So this is the Bookshelf Challenge, where I challenge myself to read all of the books on my bookshelf. I just got done reading some more books. All right, so the first book I got done was one of those interactive storybooks entitled, Could You Survive the Jurassic Period? So it's pretty self-explanatory. Two of you and your friends, Jasmine and Eduardo, find yourselves in the Jurassic Period, and you have to navigate that without getting eaten by various dinosaurs. Trying to find your way home sort of deal. Yeah, I enjoyed this. Like, I've always enjoyed that Choose Your Own Adventure series. This is down that line. Read this in a day, all the endings. Plenty of good ones, too. You know, not only do you get, like, eaten by giant crocodiles or stomped on by brachiosauruses, but also it has some, like, really depressing endings where, like, you decide to leave your friends and you never see them again, or your friends die and then you have to deal with the loneliness for the rest of your life. That was a bit depressing. Nice little surprise. Like I said, this was a simple book. I read all that 21 endings, all the stories within a day, and then I just moved on to my next book. And seeing how I got this particular book from a free little library in Janesville, Minnesota, I'm going to drop it off at this free little library in Janesville, Wisconsin. All right, so another book that I finished reading from my bookshelf challenge was Lone Star 5, The Utah Kid. Now, this is part of the Lone Star dime store Western novel series featuring a cowgirl named Jessie and her samurai bodyguard, Kai. Now, in this episode, we have this sort of Jesse James-like bandit who's claiming to be Jesse's, the cowgirl's, half-brother. So her and Kai go out to Utah to clear the family name and figure out what's going on. And then eventually her, Kai, a bounty hunter, and the U.S. Marshal had to break the Utah Kid out of this Mormon jail because the townsfolk just want to hang him up and they want to take him to justice. So I was a little confused by the plot, if you could call that, of this novel. It's sort of like, you know, at the beginning, the Utah Kid, he's already been captured. He's in jail. So why is Jesse so obsessed with bringing him to justice when he's, you know, going to put the rope to him the next day? Seems, I wouldn't say out of character, but it just seems unnecessary for her to, you know, and her buddies to break this kid out of jail. But as usual, this book, that's not what this book is about. It's just about sex and violence, which you get plenty of in this novel. This was a decent one from the series. But I don't know if I'm going to keep reading these. I have one more on the bookshelf. That one will be read. But as far as keep buying more and more of these, I don't know about that. They are getting very episodic. All right, speaking of reading books on the bookshelf, let's get another. Okay, so I'm going to do away with just pulling out a random number. And I'm going to go with the latest Hunger Games book, Sunrise on the Reap, because I keep seeing people putting out spoilers for this book. I'm trying to avoid that, so I'm going to read this as soon as possible so that I don't get it spoiled for me. Which is why the comments are taken off in this video, ass.